Yes, it's true. The famous pharaoh got mummified while he was bricked up, just because he wanted to. It was recorded that on his deathbed he told his physicians, "Boys, I want to die hard. When you seal me away into my dark tomb where I will remain for many a millennia to come, make sure that I'm pitching a massive tent." But according to speculation from archaeologists, Tutt actually may have had a boner for religion. Similar to many, his behavior was influenced by issues he had with his father. First thing you gotta know about is a dude named Akhenaten. Akka was an Egyptian pharaoh, or as they would have called him, this word. Pharaoh is just what white people called them. Anyway, he ruled from around 1353 to 1335 BC, and he did some things. Akka was big on religious reform. Allow me to grossly oversimplify the context for this mummy boner. Ancient Egyptians believed in several gods. Ra was the OG sun god. He created the universe and all that stuff. He fucked around and birthed a bunch of baby gods, one of which was Osiris. He created civilization and had big beef with his brother Seth. So much beef that he gave his beef to Seth's wife. Seth was the personification of evil, but even more awesomely was God of the Drylands, which is just such a cool, exciting thing to be. He kind of had this lame desert kingdom going on and was jealous of his brother for having hella bitches and hella prosperity. So he invited all his homies and Osiris over to a dinner party. Then he was like, "Yo, I got a really sick coffin and whoever fits best in it can have it." And I guess everyone was like, "Ooh, I want a cool coffin. No red flags about this situation." So all the guests take turns laying in the coffin to see who fits in it best. Eventually, the god Osiris gets in the coffin, right? And Seth closes it and sends it into the river. Then Osiris, the god, thwarted by a box, drowns and dies. He's then resurrected and becomes the boss of death or something, although he remained forever claustrophobic. Akka made Aten the centerpiece of Egyptian religion. Aten was a part of Ra or something, I don't rightly know, but it's translated as sun disk or a globe. Akka started tearing down statues of other gods and stuff, and even moved the capital city. Certain folk didn't like their culture being destroyed. Akka's son, King Tutt, was one of said folk. Tutt didn't like these reforms, and in an act of courageous rebellion, got embalmed with a hard-on. The purpose of his hard penis was to make him emulate Osiris and represent his powers of resurrection, supposedly. Which, honestly, is what I think about every time I get a boner. One thing I have to mention, though, is that when King Tut's tomb was unearthed, his dick was essentially gone, which led people to believe it was stolen. Archaeologists say it's still there and has just turned into a little mummy raisin over the course of 3,000 years, but me and you, we know the real truth.